Hey, hey. I had to unmute myself. How are y'all doing on this fine Monday afternoon here on the West Coast? Winding down your evening there on the East Coast. How y'all doing today? Well, I'm doing fine. Bless Reborn says, hey girl, hey. How you doing? It's so good to see you. And girl, we chat offline. We chat off the live, but I'ma still act like we don't. Hey girl, how you doing? How was your day? April says, hey, Melissa. Hey, Sunshine. She, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, April. Good to see you guys. I hope y'all are doing good. I hope y'all are doing well. And if something happened today that was just terrible or whatever, I would just take it one moment at a time, one stride at a time. And this, hopefully this video, my channel, is enough of peace to kind of help you wind down and get it, relax or whatever for your evening. It's the first of the month. Okay, first of the month. Come on now, first of the month. It is. I was supposed to do my Hello November. I'll probably end up doing that for sure. But happy November. Can y'all believe it's already November? Just Me says hello all. Hey y'all. Y'all, so it's November. I feel like I was just posting hello October. And now it's November. And I'm sitting here like, okay. And let me tell you, when do y'all plan on putting up your tree? Because I'm telling you right now, ours is going up. Normally we do it after Thanksgiving, but that's not happening this year. It's going up probably this weekend. Like, it's a thing. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We have Glamour Girl hosted. Oh my goodness. Hey, Quita. Hey, Blind Guy, his wife. Fabulous, wonderful content creators. Love them. She's talking about, right? Can't believe it. I know. Royalty Queen. Hey, Royalty. Hello, everyone. Dang it, I forgot to add the wrench. I'm sorry. Charge it to my busy life. That's it. So, yeah, we're putting the tree up. Like, I just feel like that's just where we're at in life right now. No sadness or whatever, but I'm just ready to put the tree up, period, point blank. We're already discussing the menu. Well, we've been discussing the menu. Like, I've already told y'all that. Like, I pretty much know what I'm going to cook because it's their favorites and all of that stuff. So whatever. So that's not an option. Not cooking is not an option, but I do normally put the tree up either Thanksgiving night or the next day. But the kids are ready. They want to put the tree up. So we're like, okay. When I say kids, I'm talking about these big grown folks. No, I'm just kidding. We do have babies. My tree is going up on Thanksgiving evening. We should wait, huh? Bless Reborn. Bless is like, stop it, Melissa. Hey now, yeah, Shannon, it's a new look. She's doing what I wanted her to do. Okay. And I got to tell you, it's been years since I worn this color, but my husband loves it. I love it, and so that's that. So, my friends, if y'all haven't already, make sure you check out the videos, the snippets, and everything that I have been posting all week, all last week. We had lives galore. I sat down with my girl, Kelly from My Vivid Life. That was absolutely fun because I got to know her. She got to know me more. And I'm really digging this happy hour thing. So leave a comment down below, whether you are here in the chat or catching the live stream. Or catching the replay. Let me know if you're digging the happy hour. I'm digging it. Okay. And I think my future lives, what I want to do this Friday is have some gentlemen on. So we're going to have fun with this. Absolutely. I keep trying not to celebrate holidays, but we'll probably put up the tree up sometime this month or next month before Christmas. So y'all, Quita is by humbug. And she does have valid points because I agree with her 100%. It is commercialized. It's all about money, making money, but I do enjoy the tree. I enjoy the tree. I enjoy decorating. I have my cute little bear that comes out every year. Like, yes. Okay. I love it. But she absolutely has a solid point as far as the commercialism of it. And I can't stand that part. Sunshine's okay. They're greeting each other. Everybody's greeting each other. And Quita's like, yes, I'm here for the happy hour. I love it. I love the fact that so far the people that I've had on so far are people that I do see in the YouTube streets. And so we see each other in our comments. We see each other making comments on other people's videos or creating our own content. But in that space, there is a sense of formality that happens in that space, you know. And so even though there's some sense of formality in the happy hour, we let our hair down and we just talk about life. We just get to know each other. And I like the fact that you get to know us more. And so it's like, okay, I really like this person. What I'm learning about this person beyond what they're presenting to YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out. We'll be back on Friday with another episode of Just Sipping and Just Saying. No more putting the tree up for me. She said, no more putting the tree up. Nope. Can't not put the tree up. Even if we go out of town or whatever, can't not do it. But anyway, before I head into my first topic, speaking of the happy hour, is some of you are like, happy hour? What is she talking about? Check this out. So I don't have to tell you that we're living a very fast-paced life. Sometimes we barely have enough time to even eat a balanced meal. Well, here's the thing. I created a space for adults to wind down. Essentially, it's a virtual happy hour called Sipping and Just Saying. That's right, a place where we get to wind down. We laugh, we joke, we clown each other, and we just share just a relaxed time with one another. So kick up your heels. Come on in with your favorite drink or beverage, and let's have a laugh together. Oh, and did I mention no serious topics are allowed? See you soon. See you soon. That's the part that I like. I forgot to mention that part. Two things. You're not required to come or participate and have an alcoholic beverage. That is not a requirement. Some of us drink water. Some of us sip a cocktail and sip water at the same time. And some just have juice. That's completely okay. And the other thing that I absolutely love is the fact that there's no serious conversation. Like, we leave the serious topics for today or another day. But in that space, we're just having fun and laughing. So check that out this Friday. We will be back. It's kind of a surprise of what we're going to do. So a little bit later, I'll let you guys know about our guest that will be joining us tomorrow. You don't want to miss tomorrow because here's the thing. I didn't make a commercial, but here's the thing. Are you stuck and tired of your everyday mundane life? Do you feel like you just have a few pounds that you need to lose? Do you feel like you're in a dead-end job and a dead-end cycle for dead-end jobs? Well, our guest tomorrow will help us lead into a transformational life. Anyway, that's what it's going to be about. So anyway, I'll talk more about Before the Billions and our interview tomorrow. But today, let's see, one more. We do have the Christmas mouse that counts down the days till Christmas, and we move them every day on the calendar. We don't want a little cute little five out. We want to, okay, let me reread that. We don't want to leave cute little five out. Oh, five-os, that's the name of the little mouse, like sort of like an advent clock. So that's what it reminds me of, like an advent calendar thing. I stopped putting up my Christmas decor, Sunshine, she says, years and years ago when I lived in Atlanta. Listen, I live in Arizona, and listen, we have to travel a good hour and a half in the snow to get snow. We do not have white Christmases. We have lived in places where the snow banks literally were as tall as Walmart, and it was cold. So I'm good. So we have a little yellow Christmas, a little sunshine Christmas, but I'm okay with it. I'm still going to decorate. One more. That commercial is amazing for Sipping and Just Saying. Thank you very, very much, Quita, for that. So y'all, speaking of Christmas, y'all already know Miss Queen of Christmas has done her thing as she does every year. I don't know if you guys realize it, but Mariah Carey does this cute little thing every Halloween evening, basically. And she did it again last night. And it was first of all, shout out to Mariah because, let me show myself again. Shout out to Mariah because she has They are the type that really gets into the holidays as far as decorating, as far as the costumes. Nick will be the bunny, like, listen, Santa and everything else. So she has the most amazing costumes. But like I said, Halloween is over. Y'all already know Mariah Carey is the queen. Like, listen, when you walk in the store and Mariah Carey is playing, you already know it's done. Like, the stores don't even wait for Thanksgiving to be over before they tell us, I'm gonna have to block that out. I already know, because they can sort of sniff my 8 counts. But anyway, here's Miss Mariah, her commercial this year. Let's go. There we go. It's time. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Mariah said, it's time. I love her for that. I'm not a super weirdo fan of Mariah Carey, nothing like that. I mean, the girl has talent the woman has talent for singing for sure. So I'm not going to take that from her. And she's a diva in her own right. Okay. But I thought that was fun because so what I'm saying is every Halloween Eve, well, the night of Halloween, she always does something cute. And so that was what she did this year. She was smashing pumpkins. She's like, I'm here. So I thought that was funny and cute, just to let y'all know that we are kicking off the holidays. I'm excited. Like, and it's not just for the gifts or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. I just think that the holidays in America, for some reason, are a time where everyone seems to get nice all of a sudden. We all of a sudden can have manners. All of a sudden, people know how to hold doors open for people. All of a sudden, people are givers. And these are, as to Quita's point, these are all attributes that people should have throughout the year. Like, why are we waiting for the holidays to ring the bell for the Salvation Army? That should be standard, to help the less fortunate should be standard. But I get it. Don't at me. I get it. So anyway, Bless Reborn Spirit says, I love her. I do too, with her dramatic self. God knows I love her. I really do. I didn't even know that was something she had a tradition for. Yes, she had a tradition for it. I don't know how far it went back, but definitely, like I said, she does the holidays. So whether it's what is it with the eggs, Easter or whatever, like they do the holidays huge. So I like the fact that she came out. I forgot what she did last year, but this year was funny. And she came out and she was like, that's it, smashing pumpkins. And I was like, oh, I got to show the friends that. So anyway, speaking of smashing pumpkins, a Georgia woman was fined nearly $600 for an for an emergency room visit where she wasn't even seen. That's right, you heard it. Georgia woman gets a bill. So here's the title. Woman gets $688.35 an ER bill for spending 7 hours in a waiting room without being treated. So I brought this to our attention. So I'm like, okay, we need to be aware that these type of things happen. The woman says Emory Healthcare told her, you get charged before you're seen, not for being seen. Let's read that again. Emory Healthcare told her, you get charged before you are seen, not for being seen. And I'm not a medical person. I've never worked in the medical field as far as nursing or anything is concerned, but I do know enough about medical and visiting the ER and what is the other thing? Ambulance and stuff like that. I know enough about that to know they're calculating. Soon as you sign your name on the dot and you say, I'm whatever, you're getting charged for everything. So I do know that's true. Like they're adding it up. In other words, they're making a tally of everything that they do to you, So here's the thing. I want to read this. She spent 7 hours in a waiting room, waiting for emergency room staff to check out her head injury and left before receiving any treatment. But the real headache began when the hospital billed her almost $700 for the visit a few weeks later. Now that's weird. And I bet it is the fact that she signed in, but I still don't think she deserves a bill. Now, I know some of you are in the chat and you are medical and you understand how this goes. So please explain to me a little bit further how you can, is this astronomical, or can you see how this happened to her? As you guys are typing, let me finish reading. She said, I didn't get my vitals taken. Nobody called my name. I wasn't seen at all, Taylor Davis told local Fox affiliate. She said that she went to Emory Decatur Hospital ER in July for a head injury and waited as long as she could stand it. I sat there for 7 hours. There's no way I should be sitting in an emergency room for 7 hours. And you know what? I agree with her 100%. There's no way that in America, but I know that it depends on what's going on. I will say that because I do know enough about triaging that they have to do what they have to do. But again, it's a head injury, but also she wasn't seen. Please leave a comment. I hope you guys are commenting. I'm not looking at that just yet. So again, she said her vitals weren't taken. Her vitals weren't taken. Nobody called her name or anything. And she sat there for 7 hours. That's really crazy that she sat there for 7 hours. Leave a comment down below. Replay gang. Are you sitting there for 7 hours? I'm telling you right now, I'm not sitting for 7 hours. Only time I'd sit there for 7 hours if I know that there was a major hurricane, a major accident, like a reason why I'm sitting there. But I'm not sitting there. I'm not even trying to be funny, but I bet this hospital is in the middle of an urban communities, lower economic community for sure. And I got a dime on that for sure. So she was charged $688.35. Davis says she called the hospital after receiving the surprise medical bill because she was convinced it was a mistake. I would be too. But she says that she was told it's hospital protocol. Even if you're just walking in, you're not seen. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So what you're saying is you're charging a visitor? Come on, stop. Here we go. When you type in your social security number, that's it. You're going to get charged regardless, she said. Wow. Of course, she goes on to say, I'm very reluctant to go to the hospital now. Wow. And so the article goes on to state that the Fox 5 in Atlanta received a copy of the bill, a past due notice. And yeah, that's when they said you get charged before you're seen, not because you're being seen. Wow. I'm going to the comment section. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And I agree with you. All I saw was head injury, and they didn't check on this woman. I'm glad she's still living. Exactly. That's what, I don't know if y'all heard me, but exactly, Sunshine, she says. I understand triaging, but this woman is sitting there with a head injury for 7 hours. I'm telling you, I already know that this is not in a high-end, affluent neighborhood. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And she's probably Black. I hate to say that too. But there's been this whole misnomer, this stereotype, this thing where most of the time, and it's been freaking categorized. So I'm not making anything up. And if you know me, I'm not about divisive speech. That's not me at all. But it's a thing where Black women's pain and pain levels and all of that have been definitely discredited. And I'm someone that happened to in childbirth. Hence, let me give it to you straight. Hence, me giving birth to a 10-pound baby without any medication. That wasn't on purpose. That is awful. This is awful. And I know that she's probably lowering up, hopefully. And I didn't read further down. So here's the thing. I understand that staffing is hell right now in everywhere, but definitely in the medical field. I know many nurses, I know many doctors, I know people in the field, and they're like, we are hurting. And people are quitting in droves. A lot of it has to do with the demand, but a large percent of it has to do with the inoculation requirements that's going on. And people are not able to take any type of religious exemptions or anything like that. So there's a mass exodus in a lot of fields, but the medical field for sure. Not counting the fact that these people have been on the front line during this whole thing, underpaid, underserved, and everything else. Come on now. Mm-mm. So Bless Reborn says she does for Christmas. Michael Jackson does for Halloween. They do it. Happened to me before. Miss Berry is serving me Beyonce with these bundles. Great look. Thank you, Natasha. You see it. Listen, don't play. Thank you, ma'am. Then she asked the staff. I would have bugged them until they saw me. That's what I was thinking, Bless. I know I'm not sitting. I already know I'm not sitting there. Okay. I have patience for what I have patience for, but stuff like going to the car dealership, going to the ER, stuff like that burns me up in the sense of having to wait. I can't stand it. So I avoid those places like the plague. But if I have to be there, thankfully, knock on wood and everything else, I haven't had a situation beyond having my babies, but I already know I'm not sitting there just dormant going, I have a head injury. You think you want to look at me? Absolutely not. Natasha says, I'm from Canada. We don't pay for emergency room visits like that. That was the other thing that I wanted to bring up. I know people that are living in Canada. I have a friend in France. Of course, being military family or prior military family or retired military family, however you want to say it. I have friends all over the world living in all type of places and describing the different medical systems that they are experiencing or the country that they have. And I've said it before in a different situation. There's just it just doesn't make any sense to me why the richest country in the world and the most powerful country in the world, we're still talking about ER visits and medical bills. I'm just saying, don't at me, at your representative. Blind Guy says, recently someone that I know paid for a virtual visit. The doctor looked at her for 2 minutes and said, go to the ER. My God, today. And she had to pay that money too. Virtual visits are huge, but the thing about it is that can be a racket also, because if they triage that person, look at them, like you said, for 2 minutes, and they end up having to go to the ER, they still have to pay the virtual doctor. That's not a carryover. That's not a free for all. What are we doing? Like, I think the virtual visits are good for what they're good for in certain situations, but they can be dangerous, I think. But ultimately, if someone really needs to go to the emergency room, that's kind of, yeah. Bless says, I'm not sitting there quietly for 7 hours. Me either, sis. Head injury, and they didn't check on this woman. I'm glad she's still living. Absolutely. Exactly. April says, right? Hello, beautiful soul sisters and handsome soul brothers. Hello, Blacks Tropical. Good to see you. Evening, Melissa in chat. Melissa, I love your look tonight. Thank you, sis. So she's responding. We already agreed that she's cute tonight, but she said it's Mr. B who likes the color on her. He does. Blind Guy. Quita, you have to tell. I'm sure Corey told you already, but on the way home, Vanell told me about his butt dial to Corey. It wasn't a butt dial. I'm like, who's the blind person? But anyway, that's for a whole nother story. But I was cracking up. My daughter was cracking up because we're trying to figure out how do you butt dial Corey? But anyway, stay on standby. We need all spare nurses. Yeah. It's bad out there, y'all. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not, like I said, have not ever been, the closest thing that I've ever been in the medical field was I was a support coordinator working along with medical staff and everything to get services for the little kiddos. That was as close as I got to the medical field, only because that's just not my thing. But my entire family, in some way, shape, or form, they are or were in the medical field. My mom's a nurse, grew up around nursing and all of that, and her friends and all of that. So yeah. I'm here. They're laughing. Corey answered too and even tried to help. Yes. Yes. And the thing that I know, Quita, about Mr. B, if he was calling about something needing to be done, he don't be playing with these people. So I was like, were you rude? He was like, I wanted to know when they was coming to program. I was like, oh my God. Corey probably was like, who's the, and my daughter and I, she's 16. So she was on the floor. You already know she was on the floor because we couldn't. Okay. I may as well tell y'all the story. I don't know if he's watching or not. He was calling our pool person because we have like this wireless thing, system to where we can do the lights and everything from our phone and turn the pool on, off, all of that wonderful stuff. He couldn't remember the pool guy's number because, and all he could remember was that when the pool guy called, a female's he called, basically he called from his wife's phone. So he was like, I'll just scroll. This is what he said. I'll just scroll through, and if it looks familiar, I'll call it. And he called Queen and them, and I thought it was funny. We were on the floor. Exactly. I can see that greenish black water now. Listen, water just bad. Messing around with Corey. Corey, listen, that was funny. I laughed. I had a good laugh. Anyway, you had to be there. Y'all are like, okay, that wasn't funny. That was the story. Anyway, y'all. So yeah, y'all. So I brought that to y'all because I knew that y'all would feel me where I felt like she waited too long. And I almost feel like there's more to the story, but I'm not going to do that to her. I know that it is very much possible in America to yeah, he just called some random number and he was like, this is a female, and I don't have a lot of females numbers in my phone, so this has to be it. And I was like, that was your logic to finding the pool. He was like, yeah, I don't have a lot of female. And I was like, well, at least I know he's not walking around with a lot of females numbers in his thing. But anyway, that was so funny to me. We were laughing hard at y'all, and Corey was like, I got you if you're looking for a tsunami. If you're looking for a tsunami in your yard. Exactly. I didn't know about this until this afternoon because I was calling him about something else, because when he's working. I leave brother alone. And it was so funny. I said, I'm mortified. Like, they probably think, I said, and then before I knew it, I said, who's the blind guy? Like, are you the blind guy? Like, whatever. So yeah, we had a funny laugh. It was hilarious. Anyway, so let's see. I talked about this. So yeah, I wanted to bring that story to y'all because number one, I want to know why she sat there for 7 hours. Number two, head injury was not seen immediately. Don't understand that. And then number three, absolutely want to discuss the American medical system. Leave a comment down below if you're for universal health care or just government funded health care, or at least making it available to a lot of people. Everyone's not blessed to have retired in certain arenas like we have with the military, whatever, and have really good insurance or whatever. I just think no one in America should be in the pickles that they are as it relates to medical and housing and stuff like that. Yep, I said it, housing also. Now, I do have some stipulations for that. And because I don't think people should just be in supplemental housing generation after generation or after a certain time. That's just me. Well, Melissa, that's easy to say. You got a husband, da da da. But Melissa didn't always have a husband. She didn't always whatever. But like my mother always taught me, and I believe this 100%. Government assistance is for a stepping stone. If you've ever had to use it, ever had to get it, I believe in being able to have that. See, now I'm on my soapbox. I think that it's okay to have it available, and I salute people that humble themselves, because I think it is a part of being humble. But at the same time, we got to, and this will definitely come up tomorrow with Before the Billions. I know I'm gonna ask him about it, because I think that we can transform our lives and make decisions to not have that be our lifestyle. I've seen it over and over again. So if you don't like that concept, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe in able-bodied people being on government assistance for a very long time. I'm just saying. I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you have Pookie them kids. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I don't care. Go to school. I don't care if you go to school for nail tech. Get you a trade and get the heck out of that housing and let somebody else get into it. That's just my opinion. All right. I'm going to leave it alone. There should be a strict rules. It's the kids who suffer. Then they learn how to adult. Then they never learn how to adult properly, because listen, Blacks, maybe we'll talk about this on Thursday, because I feel like we going somewhere with this, and it's a formidable thing. And I'm not going to shy away from the conversation, because I pay taxes. And I'm not talking from somebody big I little you. I was a single parent, not for long, but I was a single parent at a time. And I lived in government housing, but that wasn't my starting and ending point. My kids don't know nothing about that. I don't have full-time jobs and everything else and then go try to seek social programs. I'm so glad and have been for many, 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 many years that that's just not my plot. But I had to do some things to change my life as a single mom. Oh, well, that's easy. You married a guy in the military. That ain't got nothing. He didn't make me a woman. I had to go to school. I had to get a trade. I had to do that. I did that before I even met him. I think we're going to talk about this because I'm just saying, I agree with you 100%. Some people get pissed off because they're like, oh, there shouldn't be drug tests for people that live in government housing. Because that's saying people that are in government housing do drugs. I'm not saying that. You should have, if you have zero education, like you dropped out of high school, I'm gonna give you 2 years to get your crap together, to get out of that housing. If you have an education, because trust me, some of these people go to school, they have jobs, they have everything, and it's not just the housing. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking housing, food stamp, HUD, whatever else you want to say. Listen, tonight's the night. I got time. Well, you don't understand. I do understand. I just choose not to have it a generational thing with me and my kids. And then their kids and their kids and then their kids. Just saying. We'll talk about it Thursday. FYI, you still wait 7+ hours in a Canadian hospital with a head injury or even broken bones. You just won't pay the $700. You suffer for free, Natasha says. I understand that. I'm really curious to see what was going on in the hospital during that time. Was there a car accident, a major catastrophe, whatever it is that caused her to wait? If it was just a regular night, Lord have mercy if this was a quiet night. I'm just saying, we'll see. So April says, I feel you, Melissa. I'm just saying. And again, I said this a long time ago. So don't get your panties in the wad going, oh, you just feel this way because you live a certain way. No. You heard me say my mother taught that to me. Okay, if you're gonna go get you're gonna get this. That's not your starting and ending point. You celebrate that you don't have to get food stamps. Yes, we make jokes about it and be like, "Ooh, I need some stamps." When some people, I don't, but I've seen the memes, is what I'm saying. But I celebrate not needing these things. And some people think that, oh, well, I'm just going to get over. Oh, it's free or whatever. All free stuff is not good for you. And don't give me the thing, oh, well, we're not the only one on it. First of all, I wasn't talking to just Black people. I wasn't. This is not just a Black channel. I'm talking to all y'all. From Compton to West Virginia to the hills of Tennessee. Hello. Exactly. Shouldn't be a problem. Too many jobs are open for nonsense, but I'm gonna wait till Thursday. Yes, Blacks. Let me write that down for Thursday. I didn't really have a topic other than my breaking news, but I want to talk about that because I feel like we all have a little bit to say, just a little bit. And it's not judging. Again, I can't judge where I already been. I can't judge where my loved ones are at and have been. Can't judge where I grew up at. Can't do that. But what I will say is, in the sense of snubbing my nose at it, but I am going to judge when you use it as your starting and ending place. Point blank, period. Listen, you can email me. I was going to say, don't email me, but I don't care. Anyway, hey, Melissa. Hey, Lakeisha. Monica says, hey, Melissa. Hey, y'all walked right in to my soapbox. Y'all like, uh-oh, Melissa on the soapbox. I am. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. So if you're just joining in, Melissa just got finished doing a whole entire rant. Yes, I just spoke in the third person only because I usually don't rant, but that's a hot button for me. This is a hot topic for me. And it was impromptu. So I like that. I like the fact that part of the channel is that we can, take the conversation where we want it to go to talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. And so if you're interested in talking about socialism and government programs and all of that, join us on Friday because On Thursday, that's what we will be discussing. Again, right now, do it. Hello, replay gang. I love the fact that y'all are so interactive, and I just wanted to shout y'all out and say thank you, because y'all be listening, okay? Because sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'll get the notification, so and so said da da da, and I will answer you. Y'all already know it. So shout out to you guys. I wish that you could join me live, but I know and pray that we can have the interaction even when you're catching the replay. So right now, do it. I'm not even gonna comment. I'm gonna go to the next thing because Blind Guy just did a comment. Because it's gonna throw me off. Nope, not even looking down. So anyway, y'all, I think I told you guys about the Ahmaud Arbery. It's not his case. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put it on him. The Rittenhouse case. Remember the young 18-year-old that was, he went across the state to the other state with a weapon. And he said after he shot people, and I want to say he killed them, but I got to check. Well, anyway, Lil Kyle said, "Oh, I shot them, but I was really there to protect the businesses." Now, Rittenhouse didn't live there. Rittenhouse, when I say there, he's not from that state, Kenosha. During the riots, this is what we're talking about, the riots and everything. I told you guys last week that the trial, the jury selection has started. In the process of the jury selection being started, it also was breaking news that the judge said, hey, listen, we can kind of tone down the language here. The people that this young man shot, let's not call them victims. I ban you from calling them victims. Don't do that. Okay. So then I was like, oh, wow. So what are they if they're not victims? Because they didn't ask to be shot, regardless of what the interaction was, of riots or whatever. And again, what do you mean they weren't victims? But the judge said, no, the judge said that's too harsh. So I was like, okay, all right, judge. And then I see that the trial has begun, and the message, not the message, what is this thing called? The title of the article kind of struck me, and I was like, oh, here we go. So this is a joke already. Okay. The trial begins, and the judge starts the Rittenhouse trial with trivia and lectures. So this is Madison, Wisconsin, the judge presiding over the Kyle Rittenhouse's homicide. So yes, he did kill people. Trial opened jury selection Monday with the round of Jeopardy-like trivia. Y'all heard it here. I'm gonna say it again, but you heard me. This is a trial. Open jury selection on Monday with the round of Jeopardy-like trivia. Assured potential jurors he doesn't have COVID-19. Dang it, I said it. It's okay. And reached back to the fall of the Roman Empire to emphasize the gravity of their duty. Kenosha County Circuit Judge Bruce Schroeder drew laughs in the courtroom. Okay, so he's a comedian. And some cringes on social media as he peppered potential jury. Okay, so this is the jury selection. Let me paint this picture. So I told you the trial was starting, the jury selection was starting. So now we're going through, and it's time to select the jury. And he took it upon himself to have his personal Dave Chappelle moment and drop all these jokes and stuff in the name of, I'm not taking this seriously, allegedly, and in my opinion. So when the answer to one was the movie Psycho, the 75-year-old Schroeder quipped, heard of it. So he was asking a question, potential jurors questions, and offered commentary on stuff. So he's asking them just random questions. When the answer to one of his random questions was Psycho, the he's 75, Jesus, Schroeder quipped, heard of it. The one potential juror told Schroeder he had nasal surgery scheduled in 10 days. The judge asked him, what would you rather do? Be here with me or have your nose operated on? The man responded, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking forward to it. The judge laughed and said he would take it under consideration. Wow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to come off and make this his TV court debut. I want to be a court TV judge type thing. I don't know if he really thinks he has jokes or if he just really doesn't take this trial very seriously. So after he's joking with him, the tenor of Monday's hearing was no surprise to one attorney who has appeared before Schroeder. Michael Cicini, a Kenosha-based defense attorney, said the beginning of the jury selection can be a logistical nightmare. Attorneys are handed seating charts and the other paperwork as jurors are led in, and they need time to get organized. Schroeder traditionally spends that time playing trivia with the jury pool until the attorneys are ready. Okay, so one of the attorneys said, "Hey, when when the jury is coming in, we're trying to get organized. It's not uncommon for Schroeder to just kind of fill in as MC and tell jokes." So there's our answer. Schroeder is presiding over one of the biggest trials of his career. Rittenhouse, 18, of Antioch, Illinois, shot 3 people during a protest against police brutality in Kenosha, Wisconsin, August of 2020. Gosh, that was a while ago. Felt like yesterday. The protest began after a white police officer shot Jacob Blake, who is Black, in the back during domestic violence. So Rittenhouse said he traveled to Kenosha to protect businesses from looting and arson, because that's who they'd call. They'll call an 18-year-old civilian to do that. 2 of the men he shot, Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber, died of their wounds. Rittenhouse also shot and wounded a 3rd man, Gage Grosskreutz. Wow. So Rittenhouse out here on trial. We're trying to take this thing serious, and the judge is trying to have his moment. I really do think that's what it is. He knows this is a high-profile case, and yeah, the lawyer is probably right. They're trying to get everybody situated. He's trying to have comedic relief, but I think you got to kind of read the room. When people have died, like, it should be some sort of decorum and seriousness about it. I don't know. Anyway, let me read what you guys are saying. Blind Guy says, we're going to talk about how it's blind. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Mr. Super B. Let's give Mr. B the cape. He saved you and the family, and this will guarantee you get the new pool furniture for the new pool. Yep. Crazy self. Lord, this boy talking about Rittenhouse. Sick. I think so too. I think it's disrespectful. I think that, this wasn't a case of missing puppy. The puppy is mine. This is a murder trial. I think that there's a certain ambiance that should be in the courtroom, just out of respect of the people who we shall call the victims, regardless of what he wants to call them. Okay. I hate this case so much, Kombucha says. The judge makes me so mad. I think it's disrespectful in so many ways. I agree with you 100%. Black's Tropical is face palming. So then, is Kyle a freedom fighter? If one could not say that there are no victims, right? And she's going, no. Ain't nothing comedic about a murder trial. Nothing. There's nothing funny. Even if, you know what? Let them file in, find their seat, find their seating chart, do whatever. But we're not playing games right now. The disrespect, yes, the disrespect. And he's already, if you haven't peeped it, most people are seeing the favoritism that's happening, the preferential treatment that's happening, just the disrespect that's happening. Point blank, period. That's just what I think. And it looks like we all think the same thing. The ridiculous Rittenhouse ruckus, let's rename it because it's a mess. It is. And that's what's frustrating a lot of times, when we are seeing these trials play out online, and we just see how the disparity between certain people being policed and prosecuted in certain ways in other people. Like, it's just, I hate to say when things are unfair. I hate to say, oh, it is unfair, because we know that life isn't fair. But then when you're talking about the rule of the law, certain things should be fair. Okay. I think you should treat your children fairly. I think that, and I don't mean give them what they want, but y'all understand what I'm saying. Some things, yes, should be fair. And this is one. Law should be fair. No, it's not fair, Sunshine. You are absolutely right. Sunshine says, this really makes me sad and mad at the same time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know what, to be honest with you, it's things like this. We're seeing all types of things of this nature and of in this vein and in this lane. And that's why I really wanted to just make a place for the happy hour, just where we could just sit and unwind and not think about any of this stuff. And then we can go back on Saturday or even after the live is over and go back to regular everyday life, being stressed out or whatever behind this type of stuff, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So, yeah. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. So if you're tuning in, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are driving a boat with me, we are on story number 4, I want to say, plus my soapbox moment. But soapbox moment, because it wasn't just me. Some of y'all jumped, some of y'all was like, move over, Melissa, I got this. Yes, and I don't say that again, disclaimer, I don't have that soapbox moment to make anybody feel bad, because I can't make anyone feel bad about a place that I've been, but I know better. And anyway, we'll talk about Thursday. I'm not doing that. So anyway, right now, do it. If you like what you see on my channel, you've been peeking in, come on in and have a seat. Like I told y'all on last week, you taking up all my good air conditioner, my good virtual air conditioner. Come on in. I don't mind. I don't mind. Get a snack. I got a little trick-or-treat candy, a little bit left over, not much, but because they cleaned us out. But come in and have a seat. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the new subscribers. Those of you that are hanging on, waiting on this 2,000 to drop so that we can have a party and we can give away a bunch of not virtual, actually give away stuff, but have a virtual party. I can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm a little under 100, I think, away from 2,000 subscribers. And at the 2,000 subscriber mark, I am going to be giving away $100 as well as other things. But you got to tune in to the party to see, because you might get a free commercial out of it. You might get a one-on-one consultation. You might get a phone call. It's a whole lot of stuff that's up for grabs, more than just the $100. But you got to be a subscriber. And unfortunately, you cannot be a family member. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Pamela's like, I'm peeping in. Hey, girl. Kudos on your subs, Melissa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's beautiful to see your hard work. I'm all about slow and steady. I'm good with that. And that's what we're doing over here. So speaking of slow and steady, it's going to take a lot of us a lot of times to get to the millions and billions that we want. So the least I can do is to provide you guys with an awesome interview with Before the Billions. That's right, tomorrow. Well, who is Before the Billions? You know what? He's an IT guy. He's a transform your life guru. And most of all, I love the fact that he's young. And I look at him as Doogie How, like, I don't know. I think he's just one of those young men that are just really wise beyond his years in a lot of ways. So I will be giving an interview. I don't want to give a lot away, but if you're ready to transform your life physically, mentally, and financially, tune in tomorrow, because it's one thing for you to hear it from me. I like the fact that I can high five to someone else and say, you know what? I did it too, girl. And I'm going to help your subscribers do it too. So tune in tomorrow. That's what we're going to be talking about. We will be interviewing Before the Billions. And that's his channel name, y'all. So that's why she's like, who, Before the Billions? What are you talking about? I don't want to talk to nobody before the billions. I want to talk to the billions. Anyway, Natasha says, kudos. Okay, so we're kudoing each other and all of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So y'all... This was the other one. I don't know if this story broke and I was doing another story. I think that's what happened. And I was like, okay, I'll get to that on Monday and we'll talk about it. So the president decided that he was going to suggest a $450,000 bounty. I'm calling it a bounty. It's not a bounty, but it may as well be. A $450,000 stipend to the individuals. I don't think I talked about this. To the individuals that were separated at the border. And all hell broke loose because if you know anything about American history, you know that there was a whole line of people and a whole culture of people that can deserve that can validate needing and deserve, not even needing, deserving to be paid $450,000. And that's per person, y'all. That's not per family. That's per person because they were separated at the border. But what about those that were separated down to the plantation? What about those that were separated down to the Japanese encampments? What about those separated down to the Blackfoot what is it called, reservation? There's a whole lot of people that you could have at least considered and acknowledged before you got down to the people at the border. Black people, Japanese Americans, Natives Americans, African Americans. There's a whole lot of going on. So when I saw that, I said, now, I said, what? He got to be kidding me. I know, you know how that means, but I know you in line. I said, what the heck? I said, Joe, you might have did it, but you're not doing that. Now, we did it, Joe, but are you kidding me? So I checked it out. I said, yeah, he really was serious. Well, of course, he got backlash from a whole lot of people, including myself. But then he had a press conference. And so at the press conference, you know, April Ryan, somebody is going to, not Ryan, I don't think April Ryan. I know she pressed him. Well, somebody pressed him. And y'all know he started stuttering. And you know what? No pun intended, because I don't play like that. I'm not trying to be funny. But he scratched his head and was like, listen, let's read. President Biden ignored a question from Fox News White House correspondent Peter Doocy on Sunday regarding his administration's reported plan. Okay, y'all. Reported plan to pay $450,000 per person to illegal immigrants who had been separated from their families during the Trump administration. I know. Let me give y'all the full face. I know you effing lying, as the saying goes. But he was serious. And then when he was pressed on it, he don't know what to say. Let's keep reading. Mr. President, is it true we're going to give 400, and it is a we, because if you're a taxpayer, it is a we. This is what I'm talking about. Mr. President, is it true we're going to give $450,000 to border crossers who are separated? Doocy shouted at Biden as he rode the escalator following his press conference in Rome at the conclusion of the two-day G20 leaders summit. Anyway, Biden, who had been looking toward the camera, so Biden, who was looking towards the camera, saw Doocy ask the question and responded by looking away and scratching his forehead. Okay, so you pulling a Trump. Because if he was scratching his forehead, let me move this because y'all can't see me. What is we doing? There we go. So he pulling a Trump. Because, you know, Trump act like he don't know nothing. I don't know. I'm just the first time I'm learning of this. Sunshine, I wish I was lying. You see it plain as day. See? Joe need to take several seats. That's right. So anyway, the Wall Street Journal reported last Thursday. So y'all hear the credits that's being given. This ain't Melissa. This not the Shade Room. This not Media Takeout. These are reputable news people that are reporting this. The Wall Street Journal reported last Thursday. And here's the thing. When he was pressed on it, he didn't say, whatever are you talking about? That's not true. No, he did not. So the Wall Street Journal reported last Thursday that the Department, so it was last Thursday, that the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, and Health and Human Services are considering payments, what a slap in the face, considering payments of $450,000 to family members who were separated after crossing the border illegally during the Trump administration. The payments could amount to close to $1 million per family and 1 billion overall through the journal, though the journal noted that many families would get smaller payouts. Let me read that again. The payments could amount to close to 1 million per family and 1 billion overall, though the journal noted that many families would receive smaller payouts. Y'all, this is it. The reported plan has drawn outrage and condemnation from critics, some of whom have pointed out that such payments would exceed those received by the 9/11 victims and Gold Star families. That is what I'm talking about. Yes, all the other stuff, but I know Gold Star families. Those are the people that they're exactly, Sunshine. I'm getting there. Let me put it up. Okay. Gold Star families don't get that much. Those that die in military service. Who was the other one? The 9/11 victims. No, they don't get that much. But hey, he says he's here for it. The death gratuity for those who have lost service members is a single tax-free payment of $100,000. Yep. There's also a service member group life insurance, which the life insurance program maxes out at $400,000 and requires the service members to pay into it. He's absolutely right. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Republican of California, said the reported payments were another way President Biden is putting America last. Lawyers in his own administration admit payouts to illegal immigrants could be more than the families of the fallen 9/11 received. 911 received. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. So I had to come and bring this to y'all because I didn't know who knew about it, who didn't. It doesn't matter. But are you kidding me right now? Let me see. Each Black's Tropical. Black Tropical's like each. Child, this is why I don't watch TV. Girl, I didn't get this on TV. Peeping in, kudos. Okay, so she said, is he high? He's sniffing something. And I'm telling you, yes, I could take this as a retired military wife, a wife of a retiree. I could take this as a Black woman. I can take this as a woman, and honestly, my family has immigration descent. But here's the thing: no, what do you smoke? Like, no. Here's the thing: deal with these separations at the border accordingly. The issue is not money. The issue is, why did it happen under Trump, under Obama, or under anyone else? We need immigration reform like yesterday. But the answer to all of that is to not slap the face of so many groups in America that could use those same reparations from descendants of slaves, Gold Star families, 9/11. And here's the thing. If you guys knew, I heard about how political it is, the red tape to get the 9/11 money from the 9/11 victims pulling teeth. I can tell you for sure, I know how tedious it is to get it. And they clearly know your loved one has passed away in the military. It's still red tape, political. And you think that this is what you about to do? I was listening to somebody. He said, listen, I'm telling y'all right now, you can get mad at me all you want, but y'all may as well welcome President Trump as the next president if Biden does this. Because the dude was like, I am not voting for him. And I was like, who would? He has lost his rabid mind. Black Tropical says each. Yep. What the heck? Right? Joe, take several seats, all of them in the back row. As a matter of fact, no, in the front row so that we can watch you and make sure you don't do anything else stupid. How about that? But as a disclaimer, I want y'all to know, I still am glad I don't have to hear the other guy spew a bunch of hate and stuff. But I told y'all on several occasions, I do like his policies as it relates to some things. But he was just a jerk in my opinion. Right, Kombucha? I know you lying. Nope. Wow. I like reading y'all comments in y'all's voice. What about reparations? Exactly. Well, Alzheimer's Joe. They've been saying that. Look, this is the kind of stuff that gets red hat. Exactly. This is the kind of stuff that gets the red hat reelected. It's as if you're just like, oh, I know. I'm sick of this presidential gig. So let me just piss off a whole lot of people. Because here's the thing. If you're looking for divisiveness over here on this channel, you're not going to get it. However, as a Black woman, yes, absolutely. I can speak for my people in the sense of that is a group that definitely the reparations. But I'm also a military wife. Gold Star families do not even receive that. Disabled vets can use the housing and all of that. 9/11 victims and their families don't even receive that. And the list he does. We'll see. He better stop playing. He better quit playing. He better quit. Listen, he better quit playing. Kombucha's like, bingo. I'm trying to tell you. If he does that, that will be political assassination to the point where he really, really, really did not want to be reelected. Like he knew, and so he just had to play dumb. You ever had those situations where you're like, okay, I don't want to fold, so I gotta do something to just kind of deflect so that I'm not folding, but I'm folding. This is crazy. I don't even know who told him this was a good idea. Who and he's surrounded by a lot of diversity in thought. And he is a military dad. Sir, you've got to be kidding me. Sunshine Shishi says, I can't even get this little supposed free money from SBA for small business owners. You understand what I'm saying? It took a pandemic for some of you to even know that there was a such thing as a PPP loan. That's not new. Businesses have been bailed out for many, 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 many years. Come on now. Tarot's looking with the eyes. It's just a trip. This stuff he's granting a bigger mess than the Rittenhouse wreck. Absolutely. That's what I told y'all. I know a lot of people look at me sideways when I'm like, you know what? Trump had a lot of policies that I could get behind if he wasn't a jerk. Okay. If he wasn't a jerk, there was a lot of things that he could have implemented in a graceful way, in a more classier way. Definitely could not have said some of the things that he said. Do I believe in a wall? I don't really like the idea of a wall, but absolutely secure our borders. Instead of going through all of that and talking bad about people and all of that, revamp the immigration policies and protections and stuff like that. I think if this man had some sense of morality about himself and decorum and all of that, he probably would have made a great president to me. But you mix some of his policies and then him being a jerk. Now, I didn't say, oh, I believed in all of them. So don't be like, Melissa crazy. She said, vote for Melissa Barron. I couldn't. Nope. So, yeah. But this is the direct result. And the whole cult-like thing and all of that. Like, there's a lot wrong with the red hats. Absolutely. But this is crazy. And I agree with you. Where's Kamala? What is she doing? I don't know. I can't even tell you the last time I've seen her do something, say something. I don't know when the last time. New to us. Yes, I understand it's new. And I'm not gonna lie, like it wasn't new to me. I knew these bailouts and opportunities were there. I didn't use it, or it wasn't something that yes, that was like widely known or anything like that. My point in saying that is not to ridicule anyone because they didn't know. My point is these people are bailing each other out, bailing their friends out, and using these programs to help themselves. And what's probably going to come out, because I always say follow the money, we got to figure out how Biden would have benefited from this. That's gonna, because is he trying to, because here's the thing. The Hispanic vote is a huge vote. So if he thinks that, and I don't know how he did with this Hispanic vote, but if his thinking is, I'm going to do this to kind of boost the Hispanic vote, that's going to backfire. They don't care. Look, they're going to take your money and go right to Florida and vote for who they're going to vote for. So if that's his strategy, man, please. I voted for Melissa Berrien. New to us, and then we find out money has ran out. We got to jump through so many hoops and denial after denial. Yep. Honestly, I haven't heard a peep out of Kamala since inauguration day. I can't think of a time where I'm like, oh, I saw her working on infrastructure, or I saw her down to whatever. No. And the thing about it is, the red hats are wondering where she's at too. Y'all, pay attention. That's all I have to say, and make an informed vote. But we do have to vote. And tomorrow's voting, November 2nd. I don't know if you guys know that. So anyway, I had to bring that to y'all. Pamela says, I saw her getting her COVID shot. Okay, yeah. No, I saw that she was getting it, but I didn't watch her get it. So yeah, but I do remember that. I do remember that. All right, friends. So it's time for... It's time for Random Questions with Melissa. So this segment was birthed out of people's love and excitement and everything. Not love, but they really like that aspect of me asking random questions or whatever. So y'all get ready, chat. Get ready. I'm gonna I have three more questions after this segment right here, and then y'all can dip out and go enjoy your evening. But anyway, so the first question is, which celebrity is a perfect 10 to you? Now, which celebrity is a perfect 10? Leave a comment down below. Replay gang. And I'm going to say my answer, but don't let that deter your answer. If you're like, oh shoot, well, let me erase because Melissa said. So please. Melissa is so cutely entertaining. Thank you. Listen, replay gang. Again, I'm going to give my answer. Don't change your answer because you think I'm going to judge you. This is fun. This is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. But my answer is none of them. None of them are a 10. There's no perfect 10. And the question was perfect 10. I don't care who the celebrity is. There's no one perfect. They put their pants on like we do. They got to put on deodorant. They deodorize however they do. They have to take showers. I thought that was an interesting question. I want to see what you guys have to say, but nobody's a perfect 10. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Perfect 10, blind guy is thinking, perfect 10. But who's a perfect, let's see, Kombucha, perfect 10, and Angela Bassett? Body-wise, for sure. Body-wise, for sure. Do not at me, but I don't think, she's not easy on the eyes and the face, but she's not terrible either. But body, for sure. Personality, for sure. And I'm not saying she's hard on the eyes and the face. It's just something. I don't know. And it might just be me not used to seeing natural people in Hollywood. How about that? Melissa, that's just a natural face. That's just a natural Asian face. How about that? You're right. I'm just saying, you're absolutely right. Angela Bassett. She's definitely body goals. And I think she actually works out. I don't think she's had any surgeries or whatever. But I just chose that question because I was like, ain't nobody no 10. No one's perfect 10. You know, y'all, if we got to know Beyonce, because somebody might say, oh, Beyonce or Rihanna or whatever, those people, we probably would be like, okay, you are gross. You are annoying. Your laugh is disgusting. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. But just to play along, I don't know who I would think a perfect 10 would be in my mind, because really it's what they present. But Angela's sweet. I like Angela. The next question that I want to say is, in one sentence, how would you describe the internet? This was fun. So in one sentence, how would you describe the internet? So the internet is entertaining, confusing, and too much at times. I think. I don't know. It's an adventure. How would you describe it? So those of you that are watching the replay, don't forget, you got to play this part too. I will definitely answer you. What is the internet? And I say internet when I'm not being perfect. The internet is an evolving resource of information. I love it. It is evolving, isn't it, Natasha? Isn't that interesting? Because even when you think about it, Wikipedia or something like that, where there was a time where we'd get whatever encyclopedia that we had and whatever entries we put in there, that was it. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. There was no changing it. There was no rearranging it. You had those books till how often, remember the big set, the Britannica set? Did they change it every year? I feel like they didn't change it every year. I feel like they didn't change it every year. I'm going to have to respond in the comments. I got to think about that one. Good. It's an adventure to me. Like it's like, the internet is like an encyclopedia on crack. Like anything you can imagine to see is on this space. And that's the weird part. Like a lot of times my family and I will be talking or whatever. We'll be like, I bet you there's a YouTube channel for blah, 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 blah. And we're like, no way. And we'll Google it. And sure enough, there is a YouTube channel for whatever. I mean, think about it. You can go to YouTube and we've watched it. Those of you that hang out with me late nights, y'all know we be watching some crazy stuff. And we see it all. So yeah. Blind Guy says the internet is the wacky web, a very sticky place. Yes. And it's a very sticky place and it's a dangerous place. I wish there was a way that you could kind of categorize officially, that's the dark web, that's the this web, that's the adult web, that's the whatever, and actually have it separate, like just a completely separate place for that, so that those of us that just want to play and have fun and everything else, we just come to this one and we just like it. I wish there was, I do wish that. She's like, it's what? I don't know, Pamela. Catch the replay, girl. What is the internet? Last one. Would you rather know? Okay, this is a good one. This is a funny one. Y'all, would you rather know the history of everything that you touch or have the ability to talk to animals? So for an example, would you rather have the ability to talk to animals or, hey, can I borrow your ink pen? And then immediately flashing through your head, everywhere this ink pen has gone. I was like, I want to talk to animals. I want to talk to animals. I do not want to know because my brain already, I'm a germaphobe in that way. For sure. Who touched my pencil? Who, whatever. Like I'm the person that carries around her own pens and yeah. You tell me, guys, do you want to know the history of everything that you touched? The touch history of that? Or would you rather talk to animals? Some people is not interested in talking to animals. Talk to animals from afar. Thank you, Natasha. You already know. I will definitely be talking from afar. But I feel like if I be able to talk to animals, they'll know. I'll be like, look, chill. Do not come over here. Don't come over here. And they'll be like, but I want to touch you. No. And so without that ability to talk to them, and I just know the history of things that I'm touching, no. Nope. So anyway, y'all, if you those are the 3 questions for tonight. So make sure you leave a comment, and that's the end of so that's the end of that segment, y'all. If y'all are just catching us, we just went over about 5 or 6 stories, about 4 stories, and we got on a little sidebar here and there, a little jokey joke there. And we just completed our random questions with Melissa. So if you're here, have a seat. Make sure you hit the like video, or like this video, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell. It's absolutely free, and it's a way that you can always be in the know. Like, what's Melissa up to? What's she? Listen, you got to hit the notification bell, but don't just hit it. I always tell you, don't just hit it. Scroll up to 1 and click the all. So that way you receive all the notifications of every time I go live or drop a video or whatever like that. So I'd greatly appreciate it for sure. But I also got to say this because I like to say in your subscribing, make sure that you interact. I love the interaction on the channel. So make sure you interact. So anyway, this is just a teachable moment for me. You know, I'm not going to stay on the story per se and just like drag him and all that. I'm not. I have zero interest in doing that. But I wanted to bring this story to you guys to see if you all speak to your children. Uh, do you got, let me ask this question. No, I'll tell you the story first because I really don't want to stay on him. Like he's getting drugged enough. It's insane. And I have my own question. So anyway, Fetty Wap, the infamous rapper, was arrested on federal drug charges at Citi Field, and he's due in court. So he was down in Citi Field on Thursday. He got arrested. He pleaded not guilty in federal court. And it was him. He got arrested and 5 others, including a New Jersey corrections officer, on federal drug charges. 6 members of a drug distribution ring were charged with dealing heroin and fentanyl during the Rolling Loud Music Festival. That's right, y'all. That's the part I wanted to, well, that's not the part I want to focus on, but he was at the festival pushing pills and stuff. So he's probably gonna, and he's facing life. He was ordered detained pending trial. He's 30 years old, from Paterson, New Jersey. Wait, no, he's not. Fetty Wap's not 30. Anyway, as alleged, the defendants transported, distributed, and sold more than 100 kilograms of deadly and addictive drugs, including heroin, fentanyl, and on Long Island, deliberately contributing to the opioid epidemic that was devastating our communities and taking many lives, said the state attorney, Breon Peace. We will continue to work nonstop with our law enforcement partners to keep our neighborhoods safe. So my question is this. Of course, I was hiding. Anyway, my question is this. Like, it's 2021. 2 things. Why are people still doing this? Why do you think? It definitely hurts their own community. It hurts the country. It hurts people. It's not good, but it's easy, quick money, I guess. But I wanted to bring this article to you guys to just kind of discuss, when these things happen, am I the only one that like sends it to their kids and make it a teachable moment? Because I do. From the oldest all the way down to the 2 16-year-olds. And they're like, we're not selling heroin. But I use a lot of, my question is, do you use a lot of news stories and breaking news things to just kind of be a basis for the life lessons that you're trying to teach your kids? I do. Fetty Wap should know better. If he is found guilty of the things that he is being accused of, he has not been charged, and or he hasn't been convicted, but he did plead not guilty. And so I'm just like, Fetty. And from what I understand, like he had a name in music. Why? And so I don't know. I don't know what else it would take. You know, it's very interesting. There's a saying like, you know, you could take the country mouse out the country, but you can't take him out the city, or however it goes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So in other words, you could get these hip hop guys and all this other stuff off the street, and they could be the most, the best rapper in the world and everything else, but they still don't learn these lessons. And so I thought that was really interesting that, like, come on, Fetty, if this is true, you're toast. Why? Because of fast money? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Blind Guy says they rather talk to animals. I'm scared and need to be able to reason and understand their logic. That's what I'm saying. And mentally, I don't want to know who's all touched this pen and where it went and everything else. Don't want to know. Don't want to know. So anyway, I wanted y'all to definitely leave a comment about that story, because I think it's sad. If he's found guilty, they're not going to go light on that, because with the crisis that they just automatically now that it's a crisis, in the community and everything. And so it's like, oh, war on drugs all over again. Um, they're going to, I believe, make it like, what does it say, 400 pounds of hardcore. Come on, man. Just not wise. Just not wise. And like I said, I use these things as teachable moments. I didn't really want to focus on Fetty because number one, I don't know him like that, obviously. But then number two, what's done is done. What isn't done is done. Go to trial or whatever. But I'm also like, this is what I'm talking about. One choice away from it all being over when he could just work an honest living. And then my mind was like, in 2021, dudes are still getting arrested for drug charges. Whatever, y'all. I don't know. It's sad is what it is. I think it's sad. Well, what else is sad, Melissa? Well, Philadelphia is trying to combat some of the sadness that a lot of us feel because of traffic stops turning into deaths. How are they doing that? Well, Philadelphia is to become the first major city to ban minor traffic stops to promote equity, curb negligence interactions with police. Now, here's the thing. This reminds me of a couple of summers ago. People are really frustrated, treat us fairly or whatever, whatever the cry was for equality. And then they do something like change the label on the Aunt Jemima syrup. That's what this feels like to me. Somebody else will, well, it's a stepping stone. I don't want a stepping stone. I want a whole step. I want a movement. Meaning what? I like the fact that they're saying, you know what? Minor traffic stops really shouldn't. No, that's not what they're saying. They're saying we're going to ban minor traffic stops because for some reason they turn deadly, which they should not. But to me, instead of banning them, how about you train your officers? Train your officers to de-escalate situations, to know, get you some psychologists to be able to answer some of these calls. Banning the method of pulling people over. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you think that's going to deter everything. Like, oh, it's going to be great now. Oh, wow. They can't ban basically minor traffic stops. So that's going to be the problem solver. I know y'all don't think so. Can't. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. If you think that, yeah, Melissa, now you tripping. It's something. Well, yeah, it's something. I'm not going to piss on it, but at the same time, it doesn't solve the greater problem, which is the psychology of these individuals, the mental state of these individuals. Because the truth of the matter is, if someone is sick and policing in a way that they shouldn't be, i.e., like they're saying, negative interactions, however you want to call it, they're going to do that with a minor stop or a major stop. So train the police officers and just kind of redo a lot of this stuff. I don't know, y'all. That's just what I'm thinking. I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Now, finally, the lightest note of them all. The lightest note. We're going to end on a light note. So, Andy, y'all know who Andy is. Some of y'all like, I don't know who Andy is. Oh, no. I lost my thing. Well, anyway, Andy Cohen, because I'm not, well, I'll type it. But anyway, Andy Cohen announced that he's going to be starting here we go, different franchise for the housewives. So the housewives are going to now have Real Housewives of Dubai. You heard it here. The Real Housewives are going international. Andy Cohen reveals new franchise on the Today Show. Okay. So Andy showed up to the Today Show and he was like, listen, we got a new franchise. We're going international. And he is the executive producer, if you don't know, Andy Cohen. And he visited the morning show today and he revealed that there's a new addition to the fan favorite. So I don't know what's your favorite franchise. I like Atlanta. I don't mind New York. I like all of them, honestly. Not New York. I don't mind California. Anyway, So he says, get your passports, our 11th city. We're going to the billionaires' playground, the city of gold, the desert's oasis, the real housewives of Dubai. He told the co-anchors, Hoda and Savannah. So let me know if you are really excited about this or you're like, not interested. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you're going to be watching. I know I will be. I'm going to tune in. If nothing else, I'll be tuning in at the beginning to see what it's like or, how it's going or whatever. So that's it, folks. That's all I had on the agenda. And I don't see any questions going. So make sure that as you leave, that you definitely share this video. Make sure hey, salute to the chat. Okay, y'all, there's Before the Billions. We spoke about him a little bit earlier. Hey, Before the Billions, good to see you. I'll be sending you the link till tomorrow, but I've already talked up you guys. But yeah, here he is, friends. Like I said, if you want to just really hear from someone else besides myself, talking about leveling up and just transforming your lives from where you're at in a stuck place, even if you're not stuck, it's going to be great information because as young as he is, I feel like he's a wealth of knowledge about a lot of things. So I cannot wait to interview him. Thanks for the daily news, Melissa. You are absolutely welcome. Welcome, 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 my friends. So, yeah, don't forget, like I said, don't forget to tune in with us and myself and Before the Billions. I already told you guys what it's going to be about. It's going to be an exciting, and not, I don't know about exciting, but it would definitely be, it's going to be exciting. It'll be exciting, but definitely informative. I hear you guys. I hear a lot of you want to kind of transform where you guys are going. We talk about physical health, our mental health, but also just our portfolio. How about that? So you got to come in tomorrow. Same time, 4:00 Greater Mountain Time, 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, as I always say, my friends, make sure that you are treating people kindly because we never know what people are going through. And some people are going through a whole lot. So if you like what you see on my channel, if you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. So before you head out, like the commercial says, right now, do it. So anyway, so again, we have Before the Billions tomorrow. And then I come back on Thursday and we're going to be talking about this socialism and this social issue and kind of like breaking the generational curse of depending on welfare and different things like that. I'm just saying, I'm calling it what it is. It is what it is to me and to a lot of people. And then on Friday, we will definitely have the happy hour. So don't forget to join us. Happy hour? What you talking about, Melissa? So I don't have to tell you that we're living a very fast-paced life. Sometimes we barely have enough time to even eat a balanced meal. Well, here's the thing. I created a space for adults to wind down. Essentially, it's a virtual happy hour called Sippin' and Just Saying. That's right, a place where we get to wind down. We laugh, we joke, we clown each other, and we just share just a relaxed time with one another. So kick up your heels. Come on in with your favorite drink or beverage, and let's have a laugh together. Oh, and did I mention no serious topics are allowed? See you soon. So yes, y'all, that's the happy hour. And again, you guys already know, drinking is not mandatory. When I say drinking, you do not have to bring a beverage that is alcoholic. But most of all, just do not come with any heavy topics, like kind of what we talked about today. Anyway, friends, I am off to go to the gym and to spend time being mama. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.